Ladies and gentlemen, this is New Entry Wrestling Podcast where we talk wrestling reviews, predictions, and fantasy booking. In this episode, we dive into WrestleMania 41 predictions, looking at who's about to call in their favor and take their spot at the top as we break down the biggest storyline and matchups. Hot Box Watch Along is Asuka, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair from SummerSlam 2023. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I hope you're all doing good, feeling good, staying safe. Whatever your vibe is today, I appreciate you tapping in. And if this is your first time listening, welcome to the crew. And if you've been rocking with me for a while, now you already know how me and Ever do on this show. You know, we try the best to have the good energy around here. Sometimes there's a little chaos depending on what's going down in the wrestling world. Now, I'm not going to waste too much time because we got a fun one today. By the way, I'm your host, Ian, Ever the Forever, Andre the Savage will be on this episode, and I will be doing another watch along with my little bro, BTW, Bobby the Whatever. Back once again in the main event. That's because I owe him a favor, you know. But anyways, if you're feeling so high in joy, give me a holla. Hit that 5-star Frog Splash review. Make sure you subscribe. You can catch us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Now I gotta say, life's just like wrestling. And we're all out here trying to make the best of the booking that we didn't write. So when it's your moment, don't be afraid to call that favor. Somebody out there owes you one. So stay high, stay humble, and handle your business. Now let's get into these predictions. All right, it's time for WrestleMania predictions. Let's go. All right, now for the main event. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins. Let's go. Ever, who is going over?
The Second City Saint.
CM Punk. How is he going over in your booking? Or how do you think it's gonna go down?
I would say that Paul Heyman is on the rope. Roman Reigns goes for a spear, but CM Punk gets out the way. He accidentally hits Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman falls. Roman Reigns is shocked, like, "Oh no, my wise man," because he still cares for Paul Heyman. He turns around. GTS 1, 2, 3.
Who gets hit with the GTS?
Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay. Nice. Andre. Well, hold on. Okay. Ian. Ian. I'm going with CM Punk, but I want Roman Reigns to win. Go ahead, Andre.
I like whatever says, but it's going to be the go home SmackDown.
Okay.
It's going to be the go home SmackDown where he spears Paul Heyman or super punches Paul Heyman by accident. Just like how Sami Zayn accidentally haluva kicked Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. That's going to happen between Roman and Paul. Seth's going to be the one that instigates the whole thing. He's going to instigate it on Raw. He's going to instigate it on the go home SmackDown. He's going to get Roman's head about Paul Heyman while they're backstage, because Punk is going to have a little segment of hitting the truth, just like he did on SmackDown at Chicago. He's going to get some truth talking with Paul Heyman about how he was in his corner and blah, 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 blah. and making Paul Heyman cry and said, I'm trying to prophesize what you predicted. I'm trying to do exactly what you hired me for. And so that's where
Hey, do I still
when
sound good? Sorry. Do I still sound
yeah,
good? Okay, like
yeah.
nothing changed on my end?
Nope.
Okay, all right.
Now
Go ahead.
remember when he did this to Paul Heyman back into 2021, he intentionally speared and punched him. This time he's gonna do it accidental.
Mm,
And as a result, at WrestleMania, Roman is trying to find Paul Heyman because he hasn't seen him since Friday night. He hasn't heard from him since Friday night.
right.
And now he's concerned that he will walk out to the ring with Punk. And
Mm,
when Paul Heyman finally shows up, Heyman snubs him the way that Roman snubbed him when he was at SmackDown in Chicago. He says, "Am I going to see you out in that ring, or am I going to drag you out to the ring?" And Heyman looks at him and says, "You'll see me out there," and then walks off. And Roman is waiting. Seth does his little second. Seth does the entrance first because you need Seth to kind of instigate the whole thing from the start of the bell. So he's just gonna sit there, and then he to make it even more uh filthy, he's gonna sit in the corner, Punk style, on the
right.
ropes,
Oh,
waiting for
okay.
them to come out.
I
And you
see
hear
it. I
Roman's
visual it.
you, you hear Roman's theme first, and you actually pan to Gorilla, literally with the camera at Gorilla, and he's looking around for Paul Heyman, and he hears his theme song, and he says "fuck it," and he walks out to the ring, does his entrance, and then you get a pause. Fans are going back and forth between chanting for Roman Reigns and then chanting the Seth Rollins theme song.
Right.
And then you hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I have been known as the Advocate, and I have been known as the Wise Man. But tonight, I'm solidifying my prophecy as the man who made him a Paul Heyman guy. The best in the world from Chicago, Illinois." And he announces for him.
Right. Damn.
And he says it again. He is the best in the world. CM Punk. Then you hear theme song.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. See, that was good. I visual
But
it
and
too.
to make it better, when Roman sees him, he's in a suit. But when he comes out to the ring, leather trench coat, Paul Heyman hat,
Oh,
headset on.
old school Paulie.
Oh, ECW, probably dangerous.
Dangerous.
Now the whole time he's watching. He's watching from the ring, but he's not in anyone's corner. He's just watching from ringside. And he just walks around whenever they go outside, so he's away from the danger. Um, Seth the whole time is just sitting there laughing, just an ha 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 ha. Little stupid ass Seth Rollins laugh, his evil heel laugh. Um, he's enjoying it, and he's you know what he lets them go at it. He's smart about it. He's letting them go at it because he's the third wheel in this whole thing, and he waits to pick a spot. He waits until either Roman or CM Punk take each other out. That's when he does that same evil smile he did on Friday night.
Mm,
Then he waves at the person, and then he goes at it with whoever it is, whether it's Punk or Roman. In the meantime, Paul's just watching, and he looks over at the ringside, and he just says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna sit over there." Puts the headset on, and, almost as if it's connected, and then you hear him announcing the match.
mm.
And in the meantime, here's Michael Cole and whoever. Whoever is with Michael Cole is the whole time is trying to get Paul Heyman to answer, who are you supporting? And he just goes back to that whole 2001 heel Heyman announcer. What does it matter? I'm here to watch a match. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I decide who wins.
Damn. Okay.
Back and forth, every single one of them does a high spot. You have Seth Rollins doing a dive to the outside, Punk doing a dive to the outside, Roman doing a spear to somebody. But each time Roman Reigns is outside, he keeps looking over at Paul. Roman is the only one who's second guessing Paul. Punk is the only one that's like nodding off to him, like, this is what you wanted me to do. Match ends where Roman either capitalizes or misses a spear for the outside. If he capitalizes, then that's gonna be him and
Like
Punk
through the barricade?
barricade.
Okay.
Yeah. Very likely Seth is gonna be the one that takes that spot. Either he takes a spear from Roman, and then it's Roman and Punk in the ring, and now it's like, okay, who is Paul Heyman gonna pick? Or if Seth dodges it, then it's gonna be Punk and Seth, where
Yeah.
Paul Heyman decides who's the winner.
Mm. Damn. I know where you're heading. I hope I know where you're heading.
And then to fuck with both, whichever the situation is, to mess with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
He reaches into his jacket, pulls out the Ula Fala, and drops it.
Interesting.
Because it's a triple threat, there's no DQ.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's Punk and if he drops the Ula Fala, Punk turns around to a rock bottom.
Oh, wow.
And that's if it's Punk and Seth.
Mm-hmm.
And he screws over Punk because he asked him for help and he never came to save him when at Madison Square Garden when he got put through the table. But if it's Roman, he drops the Ula Fala on Roman and Roman turns around to a rock bottom.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now, once that rock bottom happens, who is going to cover either CM Punk or Roman Reigns? So I would assume it's going to be for CM Punk, it's going to be Seth Rollins. For Roman Reigns, who's going to do the covering?
Seth Rollins.
You got cut off. What was that?
Seth Rollins wins.
Seth Rollins. Nice.
Punk said he just wanted to be in the main event. He necessarily said he has to win the main event.
That's true. The only reason why I say I feel like he should win because if the why not be in the world title picture? Against Gunther at least. But I personally want Roman Reigns to win. I could see Seth Rollins winning just because he is the odd one out. But man, I don't know. I think Roman's gonna get the W somehow. I feel like kind of how what you just said. I like that swerve where I like the swerve that you said where Paul Heyman takes out the how do you call it? What do you call that thing?
Fala.
The follow?
Ula Fala.
The Ula Fala. But like instead of dropping it, just holds it, and that's where CM Punk knows because this is more for CM Punk where he knows that he's choosing Roman Reigns. So and then turns around and gets hit with a spear. 1, 2, 3. That's how I would like to see it go down because I like that. I like that. In the end, even if you decided even if it's like if I could use that ending and then I still have to have Seth Rollins go over, then after that spear and be like, oh, thank you, yes, because it shows that Paul Heyman acknowledged Roman Reigns again, and cool that Paul Heyman chose Roman, but because Roman is it like acknowledging Paul Heyman that and not being distracted and doesn't cover Punk, So that's where Seth Rollins could go in and then throw him out and then cover Punk 1, 2, 3 because he wants to steal a win, another win from Roman, and also he gets to beat Punk in the main event at WrestleMania. So, man, the biggest WrestleMania match ever, not the one that happened at 38.
Mm-hmm.
4, Tiffany versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. Andre, who's going over?
I say Charlotte just because they're gonna avoid having the same thing happen with Austin Theory. If Tiffany wins, unless she's gonna have a very well booked storyline before she faces Charlotte again, I think they're trying to avoid having that happen again. Even though she's selling enough merch to keep her going, I think it's much better that the status quo comes back and becomes somebody for uh, the next champion to take down, which would be Tiffany.
No.
So yeah, I say Charlotte via submission.
Via submission. Okay. Ever?
Tiffany. I think Tiffany
Tiffany.
time is still hot.
I'm going with Charlotte Flair, and I think she's gonna win with the obviously with the submission, but me personally, I think just to keep the heat on her, like a roll up, not a cheat roll up, just like a roll up, old school Ric Flair style. Uh, Io
Tight.
Sky. Obviously the day of recording is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. There's a chance it could be Rhea Ripley added to the match, but just to get both predictions, Io versus Bianca, who do you think is going over? And also give me a prediction where a pick of who's going over with Rhea Ripley. Let's go with you, Ever.
Sky
Sky for both matches.
for both matches. Yeah.
All right. Who's getting the fall for the triple threat?
Rhea.
Rhea. Okay. Andre.
Same, but I think Bianca's gonna be taken out by Jade Cargill and Naomi interference.
Oh, so one of them is
So
going
it
to
can
cause them.
it furthers one storyline that's going to take place during that weekend, and it extends eventually the whole Bianca was involved.
Mm,
And then this way, when that happens, it takes the focus off of them so that Rhea and Io can continue their storyline, or Rhea either finally gets her win over Io.
interesting.
It's like for them, it's like the reverse Asuka and Charlotte rivalry. Asuka's never really beaten Charlotte, and
Mm,
in this case, Rhea has never beaten Io.
okay, so you're trying to build up the feud between the two for Rhea and Io. I'm gonna go with Io Sky, and then the triple threat. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I guess me and Ever on the same boat. Io Sky all the way, baby. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I'm gonna go with AJ Styles. What about you, Andre?
AJ Styles via Karrion Cross.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Okay. What about you, Ever?
I say AJ Styles, but he's gonna go over clean.
Clean win. Damn, nobody's gonna. So there's a high chance that Logan Paul's gonna go over. So, LA Knight, yeah, versus Jacob Fatu for the United States champion. This one's gonna be a tough one because of Solo, man. And I think this of all matches, I think this is the one that needs to be a triple threat match with Solo add in the match. But this one's gonna be a tough one. And man, I think Jacob is gonna go over. What about you, Ever?
I'm gonna say LA Knight. Solo screws over Jacob accidentally. Air quotes. Accidentally.
I can see that happening. I don't want that to happen
That's the
because
only way Jacob will lose if he gets screwed. He's not gonna lose clean. That's for sure.
oh
And
yeah, I forgot
he's still a
about
beast.
yeah,
He's still a beast.
I
So
forgot he's still
yeah,
undefeated.
exactly.
Still undefeated. Andre the Savage, LA Knight, yeah, or the what do you call him? The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
I'm
Nah,
gonna give you
me.
the two answers. I'm gonna give you the answer who should win. I'm gonna answer who is going to win.
Please
Who should
do.
win is Jacob Fatu because he's
Oh,
got that momentum going. Well,
okay.
who's gonna win is gonna be LA Knight, and it's like what Ever said. It's gonna be because Solo gets involved.
Mm.
Um, there's the potential that Ron Strowman can get involved, and maybe he could be the one that actually costs LA Knight the title. But yeah, it's more than likely going to be Solo screwing over Jacob. But if Jacob happens to win, Solo is going to be riding his coattail the way that Christian rode Edge's coattail when he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Mm.
Like he's trying to
Oh,
profit off of Jacob, and Jacob's going to be like,
yeah.
"I'm the champion, not you. We are not the U.S. champion. I am the U.S. champion.
Right, right.
I did what you couldn't do."
Hmm.
Damn.
And then the
How
Bloodlines have become the stupid Bullet Club over in WWE. Different branches of the Bloodline.
right.
Bloodline Roman Reigns, Bloodline Solo, Bloodline Jacob Fatu, Bloodline NXT.
Well, I hope not. But yeah, it's probably gonna happen one day. There's already a bloodline member as a GM down in NXT. Liv Morgan, Raquel versus no announced yet of the obviously the day of recording. But who do you think is Liv Morgan and Raquel gonna be facing, or do you think they're just gonna retain no matter who they face?
I think they're gonna face one of the NXT tag teams. It's gonna be
NXT.
Chikara and Lash Legend.
I have no idea who they are, but interesting choices. I'm going with whoever the wins the Gauntlet. Whoever wins the Gauntlet, I think that's gonna be the team because why have this match? I just why is this added but not the US title and the Intercontinental title? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's there has to be a
The
reason.
Intercontinental Women's Intercontinental title has proven that it shouldn't have happened at all
Facts.
because at least Chelsea Green is profiting off the U.S. title situation.
Yeah.
Um, Belkyra showed that there's no reason why the women need an IC title. It's pointless. It's kind of demeaning, especially since China won the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh yeah.
You're taking that away from China by making their version of the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, because it doesn't mean anything no more. It doesn't make it special.
Nope. So you could have had one mid card women's championship and just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think the
Um,
New United States title would have been it's good enough. One should have been enough.
So you would have said like that
uh,
that title would have been for both brands?
I mean the tag team titles. That's what they're doing.
I mean, the US. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they should have just done that with the U.S.
they did
titles.
it just so that they could have a women's Grand Slam, but they already did a women's Grand Slam when they allowed a Raw, a SmackDown, an NXT, and
Yeah.
what
Oh
was the
yeah.
other belt?
Oh, and then you forgot the NXT North American title that some Bailey could go down in NXT and win. So yeah, so now you technically have three mid card titles, and two of them are only being used. So, but anyways, Liv Morgan, Raquel, who's going over, or the mystery Gothic winner.
I say Liv and Raquel because you didn't have too many women's tag team champions.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like, and also that tag team title will probably be more like when it comes to Finn versus Dominic down the road. That's gonna come
mhm.
in like tag
Oh
team gold wise. Like, oh, we're champions. What about you guys? You guys are not doing anything for Judgment Day.
Or the women's tag team titles were the last titles we held, and Dominic screwed that up. Like he screwed up all the other title reigns.
Yeah.
mm,
You start having them turn on Dom.
interesting. All right, Jay Cargill versus Naomi, the first women's singles match that does not involve a title. The last one happened at WrestleMania 22, if you even consider that a wrestling match. with Tori Wilson, and I don't remember who it was. Maybe Stacy Kibler, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Ever, who do you think is going over?
I think Cargill, because she's obviously the bigger star between the two, and she
Okay.
needs a WrestleMania win like by herself. I think she has. This is her first WrestleMania match, right?
Second,
Am I right? Second. She won the
second.
first one, or was it a tag team title? The first one.
The first one last year she won. It was a six woman tag team match.
Okay, so this is the first singles match. Okay, so
Yes,
yeah, I would say Cargill because she needs to establish herself as a single star.
right. I believe Jade Cargill is gonna win. Uh, but I will make it a squash match. Just quick, kind of what China did to Ivory. Just squash her. Squash her. No offense to Naomi, but Naomi is not the type person who could carry a match with Jade. And also, since the gimmick with Naomi is going crazy, I think doing a job with Jade Cargill will help her get to that. Just it'll just make her go. It'll work out because it worked out for Daniel Bryan when he got squashed at WrestleMania by Sheamus. You know, not that that kind of a squash match, but just like a 2 minute squash match. Not no 18 seconds.
Well, you
Uh,
said Cargill is like limited in her abilities still.
I
So
mean, cause
yeah,
she could
probably.
still go 5 minutes.
Yeah. But
But
like not like you said, Naomi wouldn't be able to carry her too long.
yeah, no. It's just all selling from Naomi at this point. But what about you, Andre?
Jade Cargill, squash, and yeah, I mean this storyline's gonna keep going the other way,
Yeah, it's
regardless.
it's yeah, it's not ending
The
at
only way Naomi
WrestleMania.
gets the only way Naomi gets an upper hand is if she does a pre-match attack. So for that, but if that's to be the case, then that means you're gonna have to give Jade Cargill the loser entrance, which is
Right.
the first entrance. The winner's entrance is the second entrance because they're gonna get the most time for the most part, unless you're Triple H.
You ain't wrong. All right. The main event. Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Champion. Who's going over? Jey Uso. Yeet. Better yet, don't even give it. Just say yeet or no yeet. Ever. Yeet or no yeet.
No yeet.
Andre?
No, ye.
No yeet. So just one
Now,
yeet.
now none of us. Now think about this. None of us picked Jey Uso for the Royal Rumble, and he made us all look stupid by winning. Um, but the reason is because I don't know, man. Just the way that they've been booking it, for Jay, and I don't know. I think one of you guys shared it on one of the pages of the simulated version of the Jey Uso versus Gunther match, where it was nothing but super kicks and super kicks and super kicks from Jay, and then he just
Oh, that was me.
beats Gun.
Yeah.
So sadly, that's what it is. That's what Jey Uso's matches have mostly been. The only great match he had was when he beat Ron Breaker, but
That was like an
he
8 minute
barely had an
match.
extra. He barely had an arsenal, and it's proving that Jay can't be called main event Usos if all he's doing is his version of the five moves to doom, which is
Mhm.
10 super kicks and a spear, and then the Samoan splash. Here's a question: why aren't any of the Samoans using the Samoan drop?
Well, I think Fatu is right. He does that high power one, the high level one.
But you
Or
would
remember
think it
how
would
three
be
minute
their
warning?
finisher.
Remember how 3 minute warning used to do that throw up in the air Samoan
Yes.
drop? Why
Yes.
haven't the Usos been doing that for a long time? Or better yet, why haven't any of the Samoans done that one? That's
Yeah.
something you would expect out of a main eventer,
You're right.
especially if
You
you're trying to sell Jay as a strong guy.
know
And
what
there's
else?
already too many people doing the spear. Why is he doing the spear?
There's no need for him to be doing the spear. There isn't.
I think he had a chance when he had a singles match at WrestleMania against his brother, but that flopped hard.
Yeah, because who
Like,
was in? Was it Jimmy was injured? But it wasn't like it was going to be a 5 star match.
but you would have thought by the build up it would have been at least a decent match.
Yeah, but Yeah, it wasn't. It was just, but still, all they did was super kicks. Though that's what they chose to do.
Yeah.
They could have done punches, kicks. They could have been outside the ring. They could have done
It was let down.
suplex.
It was let down like the tribal combat match. Like that was so it was just a no disqualification match instead of if you really wanted to sell a tribal match, you shouldn't got rid of the ring posts. But that limits Jay because he's a high flyer. But if you did get rid of the ring post and turn the ring into like a sand pit,
Oh yeah,
don't call it a gimmick match if you're not. It's not gonna be a gimmick match. Don't call it a gimmick match if it's just gonna be no disqualification. Tribal combat. Maybe have like a lumberjack with all the Samoan family members around the ring, something like that.
all right.
If it's gonna be a gimmicky name, give it a gimmicky thing. Don't just say it's that and it's just no disqualification. With Jay, he's limited with just super kicks, butt headbutt thingies, whatever they do when they throw each other while they're at the corner, and the Uso splash after spear.
Mhm.
He needs to
Eh,
have a better moveset, and that's the reason why I don't think he's gonna win.
Would you say the same thing about Gunther? But Gunther has more methodical. He does the power bomb, the chop,
because he's a
Yeah, but
technical
he also
wrestler.
tries to
yeah,
he
yeah,
also
He's a
tries to be
technical
like
wrestler.
he tries to be a wrestling submission technician. He focuses on that
body part.
uh that injured spot.
Yeah,
He tries to focus on it. Like when he had hurt Miz on the leg, he kept using that Boston and single crab on him to get him to tap out.
Yeah.
and that's it.
He
Yeah,
didn't use a sleeper hold at that point.
and that's a
He didn't use the
professional
power bomb.
wrestler. That's a professional wrestler where it's like you work on the body part and you tell a story with that body part. Where a superstar is, they focus on the spot where Jay is doing. So it's kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
so basically, nothing wrong with that. I mean, not like for me, I can't speak for Andre, but nothing. The only thing I hate about Jay is the spear. You should. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing your cousin's finisher? That what? Stop. And he should be doing what Andre said, the pop up Samoan drop, and then go for your splash, or even the super kick. I don't have a problem doing with him doing the super kick, but the fact that you're no different what the Young Bucks were doing, doing 10 super kicks and no sell, you know. So it's like that's crazy. I like his moon set. It's just but that's all he does. He does the same thing. It's like a video game where it's like, damn, every move is a spear, super kick, and it's like, damn, where's the punches? Where are the kicks? Where are the rest holds, the arm bars? You know what I mean? So usually the first 5 minutes is chain wrestling, and then that's you lead up because you have to build up to your power of getting your finisher. But these days there is no finishers; they're just strong moves that you just keep hitting because everybody kicks out these days. So, for example, and that's what we're going to see. And that's what Andre was complaining. Like, we're just going to see a lot of super kicks and chops for 10 minutes, you know? So, all right. Going on to
It'll
the
probably more like it'll
next.
probably be more like 15 minutes, but yeah, most of it is going to be outside the ring.
What would you want to make a bet right now? Bell to bell match. How long do you guys think the match is going to be? I'm going 8 minutes.
Because
Going
it's gone through, I'm going to
7.
give it 15 minutes.
Say 7.
Damn, you're going under mine. Whoa. All right, going to the next main event. This one is for the undisputed WWE champion or Universal champion, Cody Rhodes, versus the man that we all see now, John Cena, who is going over. I'm going to go. This is going to be a tough one, man. I'm going to go with John Cena because that's the guy who I'm going to root for. I rooted for Cody Rhodes last year, but man, Roman Reigns was the guy who I was rooting for. So this is John Cena. I'm rooting for you, and I want you to win, going after his 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. Andre, who you think is going over?
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Ever?
I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes.
I didn't throw Brock Lesnar into it because he already made it obvious that he's retired. He said he's done.
Yeah, he's good. It's not necessary.
But he's still connected to Vince McMahon now. People are like, "Nah, just retire, dog."
Yeah, that's true.
Or he shows up in AEW.
So, all right, we are watching Bianca Belair, Asuka, Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship, SummerSlam 2023, Detroit. Room, room. Charlotte toss Asuka right now. Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh, nice shoulder tackle from Bianca right there. Bianca. Oh, nice handspring. Oh, but got stopped by Asuka. Do you remember anything about this match?
I remember for the most part being it like a decent match. Like, I mean, you got three amazing female wrestlers, so they had some solid back and forths there. But I mean, we watched it live. It's usually you're going more for the experience when you're watching it live. I'm not really watching, oh, they hit is this suplex and they hit this top rope move.
Right.
But you're kind of just watching for the overall, like, oh yeah, I had a good time during that match.
I understand, my friend. Nice, nice handspring. Oh, look at that! Boom.
I do remember the ending, which
don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it. What I will say, I wish I appreciated it more in the moment.
Remember how we talked about in the past episode that how you went to all these shows and you had something to do with the last show that you went. So that time when I went to SummerSlam, you know, Io's moment happened, right? You know, she won the title. And then what's it called? Fastlane, I went to it and she defended the title. And then Survivor Series, she was there as champion, and then I was there for WrestleMania, you know, for her title match. So I was like, damn, I was there for all these big moments and all that.
Shout out Asuka.
Yeah. Who'd you thought was gonna win?
I think this was like the one match this entire pay-per-view. I was like, I have no idea who could win it. Obviously, you had a big leaning towards Charlotte Flair simply because who's champion at this point? Is it Asuka?
Yeah, Asuka was champion.
Because she beat
Bianca won.
Yeah, Bianca wins it.
Yeah.
But who did Asuka win the title off of? Did she win it at Mania?
Bianca? No,
Asuka.
Yeah.
Because she walked in champion.
Yeah. She beat Bianca at WrestleMania.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I did not see Asuka retaining it. I was definitely leaning towards Charlotte more than Bianca, but I would not have been surprised if Bianca won it. Which, spoiler alert, she did. If you don't know now, now you know.
Now you know. Yeah, but the ending was really great. It was enjoyable. I remember that much because I remember I told Manuel, my cousin, our cousin. Shout out to Manuel. Emmanuel. I forgot. That's what he likes to be called, right? Emmanuel. E-Man. Boom! Elbow to the face. But I was telling E-Man how I appreciate the ending. I just didn't like how Bianca won. I'm not mad at it. I was just like, I wanted Charlotte to win or Asuka to retain. But then moments later, something happens.
Yeah.
That I would like to enjoy. I'm gonna be mad as hell if they don't show it on this.
Oh yeah, they just. I think they will.
Man, I love Charlotte, man. Look at that. She's fine. She's muscular. She's sexy in my eyes. Same with Asuka. She a freak.
Yeah.
She look like a Chucky doll right now.
Oh.
Ow. Boot to the chest. Explore. Shout out to Becky. Look at that. Let's go. Kick up. Woo!
That was whack.
That was a weak. Hold that for a weak clothesline.
That was whack. that pissed me off right there. Charlotte trying to do a little gymnastics. See, there we go. That move that fixed it a little bit. But Charlotte trying to bring in her gymnastics background, being way too close and giving the shortest, least impactful clothesline to Bianca and Asuka. And we're supposed to believe that, man, that took both of them out and set them up perfectly for the next spot. No, that made me mad. I'm glad I didn't notice that during the match, or I would have been pissed off there. I would have been pissed off at Soldier or Ford Field.
You were there. You don't remember.
No, but I don't remember that. Like I said in the beginning, like I know who wins. I know what happens after, but I don't know like what happens here.
You don't remember being pissed off at that moment. So you were probably your point of view.
It probably looked great from there. I was like, oh man, that was sick.
Yeah.
Watching back, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah. From your point of view, it probably looked great. Like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
I can't believe it.
From the upper level,
where I think I see us.
I mean, we sat front row, obviously. We got the money for it.
Yeah, we were sitting front row. There we are, right there.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, is that being a green shirt?
Yeah. Shout out to Karma, or whatever that program is. No sponsored here. Bianca, she mad.
Right.
She's spicy.
I think Bianca needs to start barking at people. I think that'd be great. Braun Breaker does it. Let's have Bianca do it. Bianca or Naomi can pull it off.
Baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Hello.
Gunther.
The ring general.
Boom, boom, boom,
Charlotte Flair. Oh, here comes Bianca back in the ring. Nice forearm to Asuka. Springboard. Oh.
No. That was great.
Come on.
Oh.
Okay. Nice.
Right.
Neckbreaker DDT. Right. Boom. Very nice. Express. Very nice. And I can't say the word that I want to say. Impressive.
Oh, there we go. I had no idea what you were trying to say.
I kept trying to, like, the word express trying to come out. But I'm trying to say expressive.
Okay.
Damn, booty in the face.
Oh my God.
Booty in the face right there. Damn. Shout out to the camera, man. We didn't get that view live. Oh, nice spine buster. The EST has
Man, this is
nice spear.
Great spear right
there. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh, they're calling each other spots. Oh, there you go.
Hey, there it is.
How do you expect her to get up after you just speared her? That's crazy. Is that even illegal? What? Oh man, that's crazy.
I don't know if you saw this, but the referee for this match, she just debuted on Evolve, that new thing they're running with like their up and coming wrestlers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she debuted.
This one?
Yeah, the referee. I forget her name. She debuted. She's wearing a mask. She's looking jack. I don't know how. I didn't see her match, but
she's wrestling.
Yeah, she's wrestling.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Evolve, one of their new like pre NXT things.
You know, that's what I said about Logan Paul, where it's like, I don't hate the guy. My issue is, why can't you guys separate it? Where it's like, change the name, be like Paul Logan or something like that.
It's because he got in with way too much people already knowing him. Like his whole thing was social media, and he came to WWE.
It's like he's like the Miz.
Attraction.
Yeah, it's like the Miz.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's the real live Miz, where it's like
if Miz was a little bit more famous, I'm sure he would have came in as
Mike
Mizanin.
Yeah, it would have been no different. Yeah.
Ooh.
If he did came from the real world.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice moonsault.
Yeah.
They did the freaking the ad right when she did the springboard. That's crazy. Ooh. See, from our point of view, that looked vicious. Because we had a corner view.
Yeah.
Hey, did it ever came to mind that why Asuka is wearing her thong outside?
I've always wondered that. I've never really liked her gear, and I think the thong.
You never liked her gear? I like her coat.
The coat's nice. Yeah, it's very Japanese style wrestling, very Japanese style like ring gear. But I think the thong just really throws me off. Like it does not need to be there.
Yeah, it's like, why is it there? I don't get it.
Like I think the gear would look just as fine if it just was not there. But I mean, it's there, and it's not like
an actual
like attached to it. Like it's just a different color. It's like an actual. It looked like she slipped it on.
Yeah.
Another big boot from Charlotte.
Oh, it's time for the KOD. 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 Out of these three ladies finishers, the Asuka lock, the finger 8, and the KOD, the kiss of death. Mm-hmm. Who's going? Which one you got?
Like, which one's my favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, easily the KOD.
KOD, nice. I gotta go with I like the KOD, it's nice, but man, the Asuka lock, I like.
Mm-hmm. It looks great. It looks devastating. Like if that's locked in.
Oh, that's the referee. They finally showed her.
Yeah.
they finally put her on TV.
Yeah.
Pay me.
But yeah, Asuka lock looks like it hurts.
That's my favorite position.
Figure 8. I'm not a fan of it.
Finger 8 and finger 4 locks hurt extremely.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% sure it does.
Oh, so when I was wrestling, when I was gonna say the Asuka lock, I don't want to say that was my the chicken wing. That was my finisher. Because oh damn, look at that power bomb. Oh,
beautiful.
Oh, look, Asuka lock.
See, there we go.
Look at that. That's why I like that move. So nice. 1, 2. Finally we got into the match.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's kind of just
so what I was gonna say, because how my finisher is used to be the skull crushing finale, right? Mm-hmm. So say like for example that person's fighting it, then I'll turn it into a submission, which would be the chicken wing, and then I'll drop down and then I'll hook and all that, and then say if that person wants to beat me, just breaks the hole and rolls over me. Mm-hmm. There we are. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember where we were sitting.
I think
it's hard to tell.
Oh yeah, because
it's like the ramp. Yeah, the ramp. Yeah, because the ramp curves.
Yeah, I was trying to see where we're at, like based on the ramp. We could see the entrance of the ramp, but we were from the side, so I think they basically just showed where we're at.
I think right here, like if the camera was zoom,
I think we're in that top corner.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just enough where we can see them walk out, but we can't, like, we're not facing the way they're walking out.
It's that scream. I'm trying to see where that's at. Because that right there. So that was on our left side.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. You saw the knee. Look at the knee. Oh my gosh. Look at the knee. Look at Asuka's head. Oh my gosh. Like her throat.
Oh, does she take it bad right here? Let's see this.
Oh
All right, come on,
my
Charlotte.
gosh.
Did she just hit a moonsault? Yep, moonsault. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm crying at that point. I'm like, Charlotte, you stupid bitch. Why would you hit me there?
I'm surprised she's not holding her like her chest or her throat.
What a professional.
I'm like,
see that kick right there? That was personal. That was for just getting slammed on her throat. Oh,
damn.
I do remember seeing that.
Yeah.
And actually being like, oh.
E-Man was concerned about that spot. He was just like, oh, snap, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, was that face first or her leg?
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked straight at the screen. He's like, oh, man. He was concerned. He was like, damn. He's like, he got me on, they got me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what E-Man said.
I thought that's what, at this point,
we were gonna cry. It was gonna be either new champ with Charlotte,
or Asuka was retaining.
Yeah,
and then they came and checked on her, where I was like, "Oh yeah, no."
Yeah, even E-Man was like, "Oh damn, we're getting a new champ," and then eventually E-Man's like, "You know what? I think she's faking it."
I'm still thinking about that whack ass clothesline, Charlotte.
I was laughing.
Can't even enjoy this match.
Yeah. Has anybody ever pulled that thong? Just pulled
it up.
Is it? I think it's attached to the gear. Oh, her leg! Oh my gosh, her leg went first out of everything. It's like something my leg went to. Even Charlotte's like that.
That fucking.
She knew that hurt. Oh my god. She has what's it called? Sciatics now.
Oh, the sciatic.
She had it the whole week, bro. Oh my god. They're not gonna show a replay of that. I don't even want to show that. I don't want to see it.
Bianca still getting carried out.
I know you're faking it,
you liar. How
dare
you?
Oh, and that's how Manuel knew she was faking it, because he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna use a stretcher." He's like, "Oh, I know for a fact that she's faking it." Then
yeah,
she's like, she said it, and
they're working it.
Yeah, that she's putting this at work. Ooh, spear. See, that's the nice one.
That's 2 solid spears from Charlotte.
1,
right here.
2. I think Charlotte, her finisher could be the big boot.
Yeah, she's tall enough that it looks devastating every time she does it.
Oh yeah, it is attached to it. It's sold in. It's like part of it, but still, like, why is it there? What's the message behind it? Is it, is there a bio about it? An interview?
I don't think so.
Like
Asuka,
a atomic. What's it called? Doc. I can't say it.
Documentary.
There you go.
No, I can't say there's a Asuka thong documentary.
Bro, how many C4s did we drink on that trip?
Oh my god, I totally forgot. Leaving, they gave us like basically an entire 12-pack, because we had a cooler with us.
Yeah.
So we carried, I think each of us carried 4. Dude. So that's 16 C4s right there. And then I drank one that night and then went straight to bed. That was hilarious.
I know, that was just
crazy.
Then
we're over here talking about C4s missing. Bianca hitting a 450.
Right, she's about to hit. She's a little scared of heights, I guess. Or her weight is in the way. Oh, there you go. There you go. Boom. 1, 2. Slow count. What match were you so excited about for SummerSlam?
Roman and Jay, I was definitely excited for. Mainly, more or less just to see them and see their entrances. Not really like, oh man, this is gonna be a great match. But I mean, obviously seeing them.
That's when we did the first yeet too. It was like the start.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Yeet.
I'm trying to think of other. You see the guy in the jersey? I thought that was Shane McMahon in the back.
Where?
There was a guy walking around in the crowd in the background.
Oh.
See, I'm watching him, not even this match.
Okay, security.
Cody and Brock.
We gotta go back. We have to find this guy.
Oh, Shane McMahon.
We have to find him now, because it's like Why'd you bring him up?
Because I was watching the match and then he got up from his seat and walked away. So he caught my eye. ADHD kicked in right there. Hold on. It's about to come up.
Hey, look, it's the green shirt.
Ah, see, there he is.
Hell no! Hell no! That far?
Yeah, he caught my eye.
Holy crap! Dude, that is far!
Little details. Hey, look, there he is walking away right now. Cuts away.
So from there,
That's back to him, Shane McMahon right there.
that's crazy. It could have been.
It could have been. Anyways, back to my question.
What was your question?
No, you asked.
What did I ask?
What match I was most excited for?
Oh, yeah.
In terms of actual wrestling and to see where it would go, probably Brock and Cody.
Oh, nice. Interesting.
Especially, I think that was one of the one and only times I ever seen Brock live. And that man is massive. So watching him.
What? You saw Brock versus John Cena. Extreme Rules.
Oh, that was years ago.
Yeah. So again,
I don't have a memory of that.
yeah. And look, and then another memory right there. Cody Rhodes, the first you saw him wrestle at what's it called? Against the Big Show at Extreme Rules in the tables match.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
And then in the main event was John Cena and
Brock
Lesnar. And then you look years later, you got
roll up.
Oh, look, there's Bianca.
Wins it.
She gets the W. She wins with a roll up. But yeah, and you got to see Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Loco.
What's going on?
So
there?
Bianca won after she received a finger for her leg lock from Charlotte Flair. Rolled up Asuka. Referee went for the 1, 2, 3. Bianca wins back her women's championship. Congrats. Damn, it was gold back then? Is this
still gold?
Oh, it's still no, but I'm saying it was gold then. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I thought they changed it gold.
Mm-mm-mm.
So
they had already introduced the women's world title.
Oh yeah,
which
you're
is
right.
when they switched the color.
Right, you're right. Oh, here comes Io
there
Sky.
Bing, bing, bing.
And here comes Bailey. Big booty Bailey. Big booty Bailey.
I miss heel Bailey or damage control Bailey.
Ooh. Oh man, wait until they reunite, man. Look at that. Ooh, Asuka. Briefcase to the head of Bianca. Going for the cash in. Look at that ref. She's like, you want to cash in? She's like, yeah. And then she's like, okay. No, that's it. Ring the bell. No wasting time. She's going for the springboard right here. She's going to hit it. Springboard. Boom. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, baby. Look at that. Goosebumps. Look at that. I'm getting goosebumps. Look at that. Goosebumps.
Look at you now, boy.
Call me Dwayne The Rock Johnson, baby. Look at that. Pick me up like that.
All right.
I cannot believe it, man. All the way to WrestleMania, Bailey and Io Sky sharing the ring together, celebrating. Here comes Dakota. Oh my gosh, Dakota. I love you. Damn, girl. What's up, baby?
Dakota Kai stay hurt all the time.
She could hurt me, baby. All right. Appreciate Bobby, the whatever, my little bro. Appreciate Ever for joining us again, and Andre the Savage as well. Appreciate you guys for getting your all predictions. My final predictions for WrestleMania of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. I think John Cena is going to get the W. I feel like it'll be the right call for him to get the title and drop it either at SummerSlam. SummerSlam, I feel like that would be the best time for him to drop the title. He could obviously drop it back to Cody Rhodes, and hopefully whoever is Money in the Bank, the briefcase holder, hopefully Drew McIntyre, or somebody else who, does in a successful cash in either on John Cena or Cody Rhodes after he wins the title back. I feel like that would be the good direction to head towards. Cody Rhodes winning, beating John Cena. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it doesn't make sense, unless the direction is for, Cody Rhodes to go face what's it called, Orton next at Backlash. Then that kind of makes sense. But if it's just like, that's the only direction, because that Backlash is going to be St. Louis. Not, obviously it makes sense personally, and business wise it makes, and also the story is there, so it's not like you're gonna add Orton into, like, Orton's gonna be coming out of nowhere just like an RKO. You know what I mean? It will work for Orton to be in the main event, in the title picture. It doesn't even have to be in the main event, because obviously the world title is the main event. But it makes sense for Cody Rhodes to face the WWE champion, which is either going to be Cody Rhodes or John Cena. And either or is a win-win when it comes to that match. So I don't know. That's really more, I'm kind of more intrigued about, WrestleMania right now. We just gave our predictions. There's no point of giving us too much of a details, because obviously we've done so many predictions and the outcomes of our predictions are way off. I mean, when we do these predictions, they're still fun anyways. We do the fun of it. And also on how for everybody to listen, how everybody views wrestling differently. And also to get their opinion of, okay, well, if you had this creative thinking or control of how you would book this match. That's why I like doing this stuff, to get everybody's point of view and how they view professional wrestling or sports entertainment. So, but yeah, anyways, that's my point of view when it comes to that. So, WrestleMania, we're going to do, I think the next episode is going to be an award show. Yeah, I think we're doing the award show, because I think the idea is trying to have the award show, because normally we have the award show like in January. But now I think we're trying to move it closer to WrestleMania. That's where it gives us time to like do our version of the award show and all that stuff. And editing takes a while too. What's the other reason why is it delayed? Oh, and then the polls and stuff like that. I mean, not your guys. We don't care about your polls. This is our polls. This is me, Evers, and a few other people in the back. We pitch in our polls and of who wins this fake award. I forgot what's it called. Normally we call it the award show, but I think we're gonna call it something else. I think we're calling it the Top Rope Honored award show. So that's gonna be something to look forward. Hopefully it does drop on the next episode, which is gonna be 2000 episode 210. I think that's gonna be the next episode. And then episode 211 or 12 is probably, we're going to do a recap. I'll probably do a recap of WrestleMania. It is 2 nights, so I don't know how it's going to work out. WrestleMania is April 19th and 20th. Hey. Oh yeah. My favorite day. So anyways, well, 420 happens every day. Here in New Entry Wrestling Podcast. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna work out with the episodes, but yeah, we're gonna have next episode should be the award episode, which is Top Rope Honored, is we're gonna be calling it. Yeah, go check out last year's award show. We did a few. This is going to be our 4th annual, I think. Yeah, our 4th annual award show. So let's go. That's going to be, I just realized that. Damn, that's crazy. Our 4th award show. Our 4th fake award show. So, yeah, go check out the previous award show. Last year was actually pretty cool. Last year was pretty accurate. Shout out to Jordan Grace, Embrace for Impact. Hopefully, I get a good one this year. on a prediction for Embrace for Impact. So yeah, those are some 2 future episodes. Award show, that's gonna be the next episode, and then probably after that one's gonna be the recap of WrestleMania, probably WrestleMania Night 1, and then the next another episode is probably gonna be WrestleMania Night 2. Yeah, I think that's probably how I'm gonna do it. Maybe, I'm not sure. There may be a filler episode between that. I may be a while when I do the recap because I may have Ever, Andre, and Bobby the whatever on it, or maybe other people on it. I have no idea. So, yeah. All right. Before I close the door, just remember life's about balance. Hustle for what you want, make time for what you love, and don't forget to enjoy the little moments that make it all worth it. Keep moving forward, stay grounded, and make today count. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Instagram. This is New Entry Wrestling Podcast. This is the place for your wrestling reviews, predictions, and fantasy booking. Until next time, deuces.